Hey everybody, this is Jewelyn. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a bonus planting with Jewelyn. I thought I was done filming for the day. If you haven't watched the last two planting with Jewelyns, go ahead and check it out. They're houseplant related. In today's video, I wanted to focus on 3 plants which I want to take care of today, so I decided to hop back on the main channel to do this last video because I won't be able to do any planting for 10 days because I'll be vending and going right back to Vegas, and I don't want them to wait another 10 days to do this. So we're going to just shift gears right back to doing a houseplant video for the channel. So give this video a thumbs up. The first one I want to take care of is a plant that's existing in the collection, and I don't know the exact ID on this plant. It is a philodendron. As you see, it's kind of wild and crazy, and I don't like the way how it's growing, so I want to fix it. Whether I take it out the planter and redo it again in the same planter, I just need to fix it. Look at this big aerial root here. And I'm trying to think where I got this plant. I don't know if I honestly don't remember where I got this plant, but I know it wasn't identified. So it's some kind of philodendron, but let's see what the root system looks like and if I can stake it up better without ruining the plant. I've been walking past it the last few days home, and I'm like, I want to fix you. You look crazy, and I want to stake it up better, especially with this long aerial root and this baby coming out. Wow, the root ball is crazy down there. So sound off in the comments, if you had this plant, how would you style the plant? Because we have an interesting situation with like a huge, like this root is so long. Look at it. It's just growing funky, and I want to help it out. So maybe I can put it in a better planter. Let's see what I have. I'm just gonna test out the waters here so I can figure out the best solution to restake you. I feel like this planter looks better aesthetically. What do you think? And then my main concern is I want to say that looks good already. Let's put some worm castings. I was about to clean up the patio, and then I went into the bathroom to put away some of the plants that I just finished planting in the previous planting with Jewelyn. And I noticed I have a rare plant that I got from East Bay, and I'm like, Jewelyn, you totally forgot about that plant. And then I walked past this plant and I'm like, you don't look good. You don't look good. I also have another philodendron that's also rare. I'm probably gonna bring it out after I fix this up to refix it as well, since I'm on a roll here with fixing up plants. But things like this is part of plant maintenance, especially if I'm hardly home. I like to, if I have my apron on and I'm planting up plants and I see a plant that needs to just be replanted or restaked. I know I have my huge burgundy philodendron red emerald. It's like a hybrid. It is way past its stake. I don't know what to do, if I should just take it off the stake and have it trail in my studio somewhere. See, like that looks better already. So where is my velcro tape I want to reuse? Here it is. Here. Now let's start here at the base. I'll feel much better going back to Las Vegas in 2 days knowing I restaked him and he's set up for success. I see a new growth here and this big aerial root. I also want to have the aerial root on stake so that it can maybe help promote some fun growth. I love using the Velcro tape. So I'm happy already. Look at that. What a world of a difference. Let me take this out. What do you think? Let me look at you. Yeah, you look way better, you know. You look way better. I have the aerial root and it's restaked and in a, I want to say, better planter aesthetically looking. So I have to take care of that. Let's get the squam. I have not replanted that thing since I got it in a trade. This is my second one. My original one I bought and it died. It's a very finicky plant, but it just looks crazy, and I feel like if I'm restaking this one, I should restake that one. I'm just afraid to touch it because it's a very finicky plant. Okay. Here is my dramatic plant. It's so dramatic that I didn't even take it out of the nursery planter that I got it in as a trade. And there is new growth happening. But I feel like it's time. See. This plant stresses me out. It has, my original one that I bought has lost so much leaves. Like, it was growing so beautiful. I don't know if you guys remember, if you've been watching the channel for a while. And then all of a sudden 15 leaves or so just started falling off. And then I was able to get this plant through a trade through one of my subscribers. So I'm happy about that. Let me see. Did you look okay in that planter? Or this, maybe this planter. Okay, so what I think I want to do is, oh man, this is gonna be stressful. I need to fix you up because you're looking crazy, plant. And I've had this plant now in the Santa Monica collection for a couple months now, that I feel like I can finally, while I hold my breath, work with this plant. I just didn't want to because it's very finicky and stressful to work with. But I don't want to ruin the baby down there. Okay, Jewelyn. I'm gonna do a light hand so we don't damage the baby down there. Okay, so I bought one section on each side of the pole, and I want to get this deeper in the planter because it's looking quite crazy. It's one of those plants I've been not wanting to touch because of how dramatic it is, so I'm finally doing it. Maybe a year ago, probably, maybe I got this plant through a trade. I think this is what we're working with here. Okay. I'm a righty, so we're gonna scoop with my left as I hold with my right. I want majority of the bottom section of this plant in soil and not ruin the baby down there. Woo! I think it's gonna be a lot happier. I hope so. Sound off in the comments if you have the squamiforum and how is it set up. I mean, ideally I would love to go to IKEA and get the shelving and the cabinet to do a whole ecosystem and whole shelving, but my studio doesn't allow for that. I have a very small studio, so I'm just working with what I have. Okay, so for now we're just gonna do this. I'll deal with the bottom in a second. Let's get this stake up. Some new growth on the top that makes me really happy. Share in a second. holding my breath working with this plant. I don't want the baby struggling down there. Wow, what a world of a difference. What a world of a difference. I have a moisture meter in this planter because the plant is so dramatic and finicky. Make sure that aerial node is touching my pole. Finally, like 1 year later, I touched the plant. I was so nervous to work with this plant after what happened to my original one, but I got this in a trade and I finally have it in me to touch the plant. I mean, look at this. There's a browning leaf here which I should technically chop off, and there's a new growth on the top there. We'll just leave it here. Whew. Okay, next plant, which I have not shared on a plant haul yet. This is a neon pothos. There's a few browning leaves that I'm about to trim off, but I wanted to plant it up in today's video because it's been sitting with me for a while and I wanted to take care of the browning leaves. So I said, you know what, why not I just plant it up while I'm trimming the brown leaves off, and I'll see how it does when I'm back in a week in its new setup. But this plant is so hard to do it. I don't know if this might be my second or third one. So do I have a planter for you? Well, I do have, as I look through, I have this blue planter. I'm just thinking, I have different pothos in like my royal cobalt blue and white planters. For now, I'm gonna just put it in this blue planter till I figure out a better planter for it. Ideally, I would want it in a royal blue planter, but I'm looking to see what I have. But for now, if this plant does not do good with me, then we're not repurchasing this plant, because this is, I think, probably over my handful of plant years, I probably purchased this plant a few times, but I felt like I needed to rescue it. So here we are. That actually looks pretty good. The aesthetic, the color of the planter is not in my theme, but it gives a very bohemian vibe, the color of the foliage with the planter, but good enough for now. That's so pretty. Okay, the moment I've been waiting for, and the reason why we're doing this video is for my painted lady. Why? Because it's a rare plant, a very expensive plant. I do have a small rooted cutting from a tray from a subscriber. It's very small and tiny. It's living in my bathroom. When I came across this plant, I was like, you know what, you can be my birthday plant for the year. So I have it, but I felt really bad that I forgot about it in the previous planting with Jewelyn, because it was sitting in my bathroom camouflage with my other plants. So I said, you know what, I feel bad. I don't want to wait another 10 days to plant you up, because I don't know what's going on in this planter and the root system and all of that, and I want to have it staked up somehow. So I said, we'll turn the camera on and we'll do a quick planting with Jewelyn video. And I'm glad because I got to restake these plants. And before I forget, let's put this back in this planter. Okay. I'm gonna hold my breath in this one. Squeezing in the nursery planter so it can just fall right out. Okay. Stacking my nursery planters. Clean as we go. Let's see what the root system looks like without doing too much. Just do this and we'll mix my soil with this soil. And we're gonna stake it up so that it can hopefully grow larger leaves. Okay, that's good enough. And then we'll add a little worm casting. Mix up this soil. It's going to do just fine. Now, we can try to see if the planter that I already have in this potting tray is gonna work. Let's see. Slowly. I want to say this is going to be the best way to have the plant styled. This would also look nice in a hanging basket. I think that's going to be good, and then I can have it staked up this way. Okay. I know it's totally getting planted up in the different direction of the way how it was living in the nursery. I'll see how it likes living like this. If not, we'll change it. Let me see what it looks like. Ideally, I would like to cinch it right here. Let's do that, and then I can step back and take a look at the plant. If not, I'll have it cascade on the side like how it was when I purchased it. Let's look. You can always switch it. But I'm just trying to think what is another way for me to style the plant with it being able to get staked up on a cocoa coir pole. Let's look. Do I like it like this? You know what? I'm gonna just leave it like this. And if I feel like I want it to have it cascade over the planter like the way how it was when I bought it, I can always take it out and take it off of this pole, but we'll see. For now, I want to try to see if I can have it styled like this. I just want to put a little bit more soil on the root system here, but not cover too much of the stems of the leaves. I think we're good. This is good. I mean, I love the cascading look over the planter, but I want to be able to stake it. Get a little bit more. Okay. We'll powwow later in a couple of weeks. Probably by the time this video goes live, I'll check the status of the plant. If I feel like I don't like the way how it's styled, we'll take it out of this setup, we'll unstake it and have it throw over. In fact, let me know in the comments down below, do you like it like this? Or do you like the way how it was in the nursery planter cascading over? I'll read the comments and then we can go from there. I can always restyle it again, but for now I'm gonna try to have it root up on the pole. Good enough for now. Trying to figure out where is the best way for me to like get in the frame to wrap up the video. Maybe we can move it here. So that is gonna wrap up today's video. We have my neon pothos. Sound off in the comments if you have this pothos. And like I said, over my handful of plant years, I probably purchased this plant multiple times, but I guess never can manage to keep them alive. And this plant has been sitting in the collection for a while, and I have not shared it on any plant hauls, but I'll film Thursday check-in in the near future, I'm sure, back in Santa Monica, and I'll share this plant on a future Thursday check-in, which will go up prior to this video. But I wanted to plant it up in today's video, and I keep looking at it and I see a lot of browning leaves here. That is not good. So I wanted to take care of this plant in today's video just because I felt bad. I was planting up all the other plants and I didn't plant this one up because I just haven't shared it on a haul. But here it is, and actually I like the complement of the neon leaves to this Tiffany blue color planter. As you can see, it's the same color as my table. And then we have my restaked squamiforum and unidentified philodendron. Restake. It was very stressful for me to work with the squamiforum, and I'm sure in due time, very soon, I'm going to cut here because that leaf is browning. But this plant is so rare and expensive, it's so hard for me to even do that, but I will, so that more nutrients can go into the new leaves popping out on this plant. So hopefully it likes the new setup. Again, I waited 1 year to touch the plant, and I feel so bad. I feel like it was time for me to try to replant it and set it up. So I'm sure it'll be better, as well as this philodendron. And I could envision myself staking up the painted lady, but we'll see. You know, I'm gonna give it a couple of weeks, and if I don't like the way how it's growing, I'll unstake it and let it hang off, like I said, the way how it was when I purchased it. But I'll wait for this video to go live, and I'll read the comments, and you guys let me know your thoughts if I should keep it like this so that it can grow up, or if I should let it go and let it trail down like the way how it was when I purchased the plant. These are very expensive plants here that we have staked up, so I'm very, I don't want to say finicky, but I'm very self-aware. I'm very aware of when I touch these plants. I'm trying to make the best decisions because they're not common and they're super expensive. So every single thing that I do for the plants is as much as possible the most sought out, like all of my plants that I have in the collection, but these ones in particular. And I don't like messing with them a lot because I don't want to stress them out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this planting with Jewelyn, my third one of the day. And I wasn't planning on filming this video today, but when I seen these plants sitting in the bathroom and seeing these plants struggling with the way how it was set up, I was like, okay, we need to hop on here because I won't be back for another 10 days to film again, so we're doing it today. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Before I wrap up today's planting with Jewelyn, I want to do a plant friend shout out. This is from Lauren, and it says here, so happy for you, girl, you deserve all this goodness. Thank you so much for supporting the channels, and if you're new, welcome to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the vlog channel, go ahead and subscribe. Jewel of Hawaii, where you see the behind the scenes of the main channel, and as well as my everyday life between 2 states and doing solo travel. By the time this video goes live, I will probably be in Africa, and I don't know if I'll be able to share any plant nurseries out there like I did last year in Africa, since I'm going to a different part of Africa where I don't know. I mean, there's plant life everywhere in the world, so we'll see. But this video will probably go live when I am doing my solo travels. So subscribe to the vlog channel if you haven't, and stick around for hopefully every Monday you get some kind of plant related video, and then I'll check in every Thursday, and I have checked in every Thursday for over 60. I think by the time this video goes live, I will be well over 70 weekly Thursday check-ins, and that is a lot. So thank you guys for supporting the channels, and if you're interested in any of my handmade goods from my grandma, we have a few of my green cactus aprons left, and any of my resin art, small or big, or my grandma's totes or hand masks. Direct message me on Instagram, Planting with Jewelyn or Jewel of Hawaii, and I can ship anywhere around the world. I hope this inspires you to add a little more green in your space, and I'll sign off here. Aloha from Santa Monica, California, and very dramatic plant babies. Bye!